Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out a couple of pony stouts from Devo Knives. Let's get into it. The first knife up we're going to look at is the Pony Stout. And I picked this one up used. In fact, I picked both of these up on the secondary a couple of weeks ago. And I just wanted to give an overview on these. I have carried this one pretty religiously. I can already tell you, this one's in its forever home. It is a very, very good EDC. So let's check it out. I think what initially I like about this is the shape of the blade. I've never owned one of these, and I don't know what they call this, like a hook bill or modified Warncliffe, or I don't know. Whatever it is, I like it. I like the fact that it actually kind of looks like a T-Rex head or something on here, like you would have a jaw. Overall, this size is something that I really like. As you can see here, I have large size hands, and with the regular grip, this is where I'm at. My pinky finger's just at the edge, but I prefer to carry this with the finger choil, and that fits perfectly. And I think that's what I really like about this. And then if you choke up on there and say you're carving some wood or something, having this nice little thumb groove here, it definitely cradles that finger and gives you a lot of control on that blade. So I definitely like that. With this knife, it is tip up, left and right hand carry. So, it's good for righties and lefties, although the lock favors right-handed individuals. Things about this knife that I think are super neat. The liners are polished, and you can see that reflection of my logo in the liner there, and that is really cool. On the back spacer is where they put in the 14C28 to tell you what the blade steel is. I think that's really cool because I like sterile. I like it where there's not a lot of billboarding all over the blade, and it just looks hokey when there's too much of that. To me, this knife is a winner, and I don't know if it's still in production. I don't see it available anywhere. And hopefully they bring this back because it's that good, I promise you. So if you find one on the secondary and you find a good price for it, pick it up. It literally is that good. Now, one of the things that I wanted to change on there, because I can't stop modding things anymore, is I jimped the back because I was like, this knife is so good. And it was just radiused enough right here where it was semi-slippery. I guess it would be here too, but anyways, I decided to jimp it, and I freehanded that sucker. And I can't remember if this is the first or second knife that I just jimped on my own, but I think it turned out really well. And I was like, that's just a natural thing. This should have jimping on it from the get-go. Well, lo and behold, I just got the premium one in, and guess what it has on there? Jimping. And literally in the same spot, except for right here, I basically have one more jimp than the premium version. So evidently, great minds think alike. So huge shout out to Colin and Kevin. They're making awesome stuff. That's all I got to say about that. So this is sweet. Let's check out the premium. All right, here we go. The premium bad boy. Titanium scales, S90V, holy craziness. Yeah, so I love the black tie on here. I love the blade. And look, here is the jimping. Clearly theirs is a little bit better than mine, but mine again is hand cut. But if you look at jimp for jimp, I have one extra jimp on there, so awesome. That was one of the other things too I noticed. Here they have little grooves that, aid in deactivating the liner lock. And I was like, I had considered doing that on this one, but it is a little bit less of a cutout as far as liner access there. I don't think that really matters though, because if I do put some little grooves in here, then that's the whole point of it, is to just give it a little more grip than what it has. And it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Just could use that little extra. What was that line from Waiting? The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little bit. And I think adding that little bit to this knife would be outstanding. One of the other big differences, clearly, is titanium handles, and they're milled. which is really neat, is the finger choil and the way this blade comes down right here. And I didn't know, hey, I just took a piece of skin off there. How cool is that? Did you see it fly off? Well, I'll leave that in there just for fun. But as you can see, the finger choil here is just a little bit, I think the blade is just a little bit deeper as far as the blade depth goes, coming down to where you have a good sharpening choil in there. I would say that's the only difference between these two as far as blade. Well, other than material. We have 14C28N, awesome. And then, holy cow, S90V. This is definitely a premium model. And, you know, I just think that's really cool that they offer these for such a good price. Titanium, S90V, wow. This is as minimal branding as you can get. You just have your logo, DK for Devo Knives, on the pivot. And that is okay. That looks great. I don't understand not having it on this one unless they were just going for the ultra sterile look. But I think you kind of, you know, you want people to know what your brand is too. So, you know, maybe I can talk to Kevin and see if they have an actual logoed pivot for this or something. I don't know. Overall, I think these are very, very outstanding knives and well worth the price if you can find them. I believe there was a couple of these available on White Mountain Knives when I looked, but I could have been looking at it wrong too. I know these ones, in fact, were out because I looked for these or this one for quite a while. The Premium Pony Stout. The blade is constructed of S90V and the handle's out of black wash titanium. It is a hollow grind on the blade. The hardware on the Premium Pony Stout is all titanium, and the nested liner is made out of stainless steel. The back spacer is also titanium and black washed. On the standard version, you have a blade construction of 14C28. The handles are made out of blue micarta with stainless steel liners, and all the hardware is stainless steel. Both have wire reversible clips. Their physical dimensions, other than weight, are the same. So we're shooting an overall length of 6.64 inches, a blade length of 2.84 inches, a handle length of 3.88 inches, a handle length of 3.8 inches, a handle thickness of 0.433 inches, a blade thickness of 0.11 inches. The weight on the premium is 3.6 ounces, while the weight on the budget version is 2.98 ounces. Well, out of the Pony Stout Premium and the standard Pony Stout, what would you choose? Before this year, I had never heard of Devo Knives, and I got schooled by one of the members of the knife community. First off, I called him Divo. That's a Navy term, as in division officer. They're like, it is actually Devo. Did not know that. It's a project between Colin Mason Pierre and Kevin Johnson, or Lefty EDC, and every one of their knives that they drop is an absolute home run. I don't say that lightly. They are literally that good at knives. They try to address every detail before they send it into production. That way you get a knife that's completely polished and ready to go. So again, if you haven't checked out Devo Knives, you need to look them up. Get one in your pocket and see what you think about them. Anyways, tell me your thoughts on Devo Knives, or if you have a Pony Stout or want to get one, let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Like this video and again, leave a comment. Thank you for spending time with me today. I definitely appreciate you, and have a good one.